Did you know that online gaming platforms experience over 50,000 hacking incidents every single day? It's a staggering statistic, and one that highlights the very real threat that hackers pose to our online safety. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the darker side of online gaming. Today, we're shining a light on a particularly disturbing trend: Roblox hacking cafes. For those who may not know, Roblox hacking cafes are essentially online hangouts where hackers congregate to share tips, tricks, and stolen goods. They're a growing concern, and one that we're going to explore in depth today. So, why are Roblox hacking cafes so dangerous? Well, for starters, they're breeding grounds for malicious activity. By joining one of these cafes, you're essentially putting yourself in harm's way, exposing yourself to malware, viruses, and all sorts of other online threats. And that's not all. Many hacking cafes are also hotbeds for cyberbullying, harassment, and other types of toxic behavior. But perhaps the biggest risk of all is the very real threat of getting your account hacked. With just a few clicks, hackers can gain access to your personal information, steal your Roblox assets, and even take over your account entirely. But that's not all. Many hacking cafes also offer services that promise to give players an unfair advantage in the game. Want more Robux, the virtual currency used in Roblox? No problem, just give these hackers your login credentials, and they'll take care of the rest. Of course, this is just a recipe for disaster. Not only will you be putting your account at risk, but you'll also be cheating your way to the top, which sort of defeats the purpose of playing the game in the first place. And let's not forget about the so-called premium hacking services that these cafes offer. For a small fee, hackers will promise to give you access to exclusive content, rare items, and even game cheats. Sounds too good to be true? That's because it is. More often than not, these services are just a front for scams, phishing attempts, and other types of fraud. So, what types of hacking cafes are out there? Well, there are password theft cafes, where hackers trade stolen login credentials like they're going out of style. There are virtual currency scams, where players are promised free Robux in exchange for their personal information. And then there are the exploitation cafes, where hackers share tips and tricks for exploiting game glitches and bugs. It's a wild west of online hacking, and one that's incredibly difficult to police. One of the scariest things about Roblox hacking cafes is the sheer scale of the problem. We're not talking about a handful of rogue hackers here, we're talking about organized crime rings, with thousands of members and a vast network of infected computers and devices. It's a cat-and-mouse game, with hackers constantly coming up with new ways to stay one step ahead of the authorities. Take the case of the Robloxian hacking cafe, for example. This was a notorious hacking group that was shut down by the authorities last year, but not before it had stolen millions of dollars worth of virtual assets from unsuspecting players. Or take the case of the Roblox Exploiters Cafe, which was notorious for its elaborate phishing scams and malware attacks. These are just a couple of examples, but there are countless others out there, all waiting to pounce on their next victim. In conclusion, Roblox hacking cafes are a very real threat to our online safety, and one that we need to take seriously. By being aware of the dangers, and by taking steps to protect ourselves, we can stay one step ahead of the hackers and keep our accounts safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to share your own experiences with hacking cafes in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe for more content.